Well, welcome everybody. And this is our monthly Saturday training session through the Strong Max Women platform. It's been really exciting because I think we started this in January. And if you go back to activeteam.com under videos and you find Strong Max Women, you're going to see a lot of the training segments there are designed to grow through Facebook, through the different platforms, and we'll continue growing through this platform. And of course, men are always welcome. We love to have the men join us on our training sessions. After all, I mean, most of the people who come into network marketing when we first come in are generally women who start home-based businesses. And so just wanted to welcome all the men to the platform. Okay, so today is a 101 Canva class. If you have a Canva account, you can follow through with us. If you have a laptop set on the side or a computer and you're zooming in through your phone, great. You can do some hands-on stuff with us. And when we put the flyer out, Sylvia and I realized yesterday, as we were doing a little bit of practicing who was going to do what, we realized that there's a lot there in those 5 categories. So we really want to create this as a 101 because most people have never done Canva or maybe played a little bit. So we're going to do some hands-on stuff for you. And of course, it is being recorded. We're doing hands-on stuff for you. And we decided we'd just grab a couple of things each that we would share with you. So Sylvie's going to take over the platform right now. She's going to share her screen and she's going to do the first segment of this session on Facebook, cover page, Facebook posts. And I'm going to let you go ahead, Sylvia, and share.
Yeah, all right. Okay, so I'm already logged into my Canva account. If you don't have one, it's simple. Just go on canva.com and you go create the design. You have to put in your email and create a password, and then that's it. It's done. And you could also download the application on your phone. So I know a lot of people, they don't use the computer much. You can use the Canva application directly from your phone. The only thing different is maybe the menu is maybe not at the same place. I think when you're using the phone, the menu is at the bottom instead of being at the top. Okay, so I'm just going to go through the top bar here to show you what the icons are here. Okay, so when you want to create a design, what's fantastic with Canva is it doesn't matter what you want to create, whether it be a poster, a flyer, a story, Instagram story, Facebook story. All the templates are already pre-sized to fit perfectly on the platform you want to use. So that's great because you don't have to start looking, okay, what's the size of an Instagram story? What's the size of a Facebook post? They're already pre-dimensioned for you. Okay, so you just need to know, what do I want to create? Is it a Facebook cover? Well, you have to get the template for the Facebook cover. Okay, so there's 3 ways you can actually go get your template. You can go right here where it says create a design. You can just click here. And in the search bar, you could say, right, we're going to be doing a Facebook cover. So I would just put Facebook cover. And you see, just by putting Facebook, it gives me all the options. And like the Facebook cover right next to it, you see what the size is. If you go for a Facebook ad, a Facebook post, you see the dimensions are different. So you have to know which one you want to use. So that's one way you can actually go select the template that you want, is in the search bar. Or you can, when you know the dimensions and you want to start with your own blank template, you can go right down the bottom and use customize the size. Okay, so if you customize the size, you have to enter the width, you have to enter the height. And just here on the left, you have options to put it in pixels, or you can use inches, millimeters, or centimeters, but most of the time it's pixels. Okay, unless you're doing a flyer and you want it to be a specific size, then you can write like 8.5 inches by 11.5 inches. So you can customize it. Okay, or you can go right up here, right next to on the top bar here. Whoops, sorry, go back to the home page. There's another search bar. So you could actually do the same exercise and select it from there. Or you can go all the way down to the left here where it says templates. Okay, so as soon as you're on the template with the arrow, they're categorized. Okay, so you can see the first one on the left, you have social media. So you have Instagram story, Instagram posts. So you can just click here and it'll give you all the templates. If you want to do a presentation, it would be right here under business. Okay, presentation. If you want to create a poster, then you would have it here, poster, flyer. So you can quickly go exactly where you want, because if you just go in the templates, like there's thousands and thousands of them. So you don't want to scroll for hours trying to find one. So that's a quick way to get the template that you want. If you go down here on the left, you have a paid version of Canva, but I use the free version. Okay, so the only thing that I would really use here on this side is all your designs. So as soon as you create a design, it's going to keep it on your computer. And it's good because once you create a template that you like, you can reuse it and just change the picture or change the writing. So it's good that they keep them all here. Okay, so the rest, I'd probably use it more with a paid version. So we're not going to go there today. We just want to keep it simple. Okay, so what I'm going to do today is I want to help you create your profile picture so that it fits perfectly with your face centered in the middle of your profile picture when you want to put it on Facebook. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take you to my Facebook page just to show you. Facebook cover. Whoops, my bar here is hiding it. I have to move this from the top so I can see my Facebook cover. Facebook here. Okay, so you see with the new Facebook, they put your profile picture right in the middle of your profile cover image. So when you want to download a Facebook cover, keep that in mind, because if you put anything here, it's going to be hidden by your profile picture. Okay, so we're going to do this cover picture here, and I'm going to show you how to upload your profile picture. Right now, you see my face is right in the middle, but if somebody clicks on my profile picture, they're going to see a square image. So when you create your image, you're going to be creating a square image, but you want to make sure that your face is centered in that icon that we're going to use. Okay, so that's what we're going to go do in Canva. So because it's square, it's fairly easy. Okay, all you need to do is take a square dimension, and for Facebook, it's 180 by 180, but it doesn't give you a very nice quality image. So I like to double it. So I'm going to use the customized size right here. Okay, and I'm going to write 360. And the width, I'm going to use 360. Okay, and I'm going to write create new design. So that's going to send me automatically here to my editing tool, okay, for my picture. So this is a square, and I have to fill in this whole space. So you can upload one of your pictures, okay, and the easy way to do that is to come right here on the left. So these are the templates. You have upload. So if you click on upload, you can upload it. You can upload images, videos, or audios. And then you just click upload here, and you have choices. You can get it from your Google Drive, your Dropbox, or directly from your computer. Okay, so if you go from your computer, then you just find the picture you want to download and you select it. I wanted to save a bit of time, so I'm not going to do it here. I already have some pictures that I have uploaded. And a quick way to do it too is to drag it. Okay, so if you have one on your desktop already, like I have one here, I can drag it right there, and it's going to upload directly here. And you can see just on the left here, it's uploading it also into your file. Okay, so that's the quick way, because you can see it takes more time to download if you use it from the computer. But if you have it on your desktop, just drag it in here, and it's going to upload really quickly. Okay, I'm not going to use this picture. So if I don't like something, I just come back to the top here and use delete. Okay, so for the picture, I already have some uploaded files. So I'm going to go and get one of my pictures, and I'm going to crop it so that it fits. So I'm going to use this one. So I have to fill up all the space. Okay, so it's a square, it's easy. So I just go on the white dot and I keep enlarging it until it covers the whole space. Okay, and I can even exceed. I can go past, it doesn't matter. And if I want to make sure that it's centered, I'm going to come here on the left where it says elements. And I'm just going to grab a circle. So I'm going to go in the shapes. So there's a circle here. And I'm going to get that also spaced out so it covers the whole square. Okay. And from here, so that's where all my photo that's going to be appearing in that circle in the profile. It has to be in this space. So I'm just going to use here at the top, you see like a, it looks like a checkerboard. Okay, so that's for the transparency. Okay, so I'm just going to click it here and I'm going to make that gray circle lighter. I'm going to remove it after, it's no problem. Okay, but so if I look, so that's what it's going to look like. Okay, if I leave it like that. If I double click on the image, I can, whoops, that's my circle, not the circle. I'm going to make it a bit smaller so I can go back here behind. Okay, so if I double click on the image space, then I can drag it around. I can move it. Okay, and then I can check just by double clicking. Okay, so that's pretty centered. Okay, so that's what you see where the gray circle is. That's what is going to be in that circle when I download my profile picture. Okay, so and once you have it and it's perfect, I can go remove the gray square just by clicking on the garbage, and that's it. Okay, so I have a square image, but what was in that circle, that's what you're going to see in your profile picture. Okay, and once that's ready, you just go up here on the top bar and you say download. Okay, so it's going to take that model that you just created. You're going to download it, and they always make suggestions to see what you should download it as. Just go with the suggestion. Okay, it's no problem. And then just download. Okay, so it's downloading right now. As soon as it's ready, it's going to show me that it's ready. I have it right here on the bottom. So I'm just going to bring it in my computer. So I'm just going to write Sylvie here to grab it. And I'm going to put it on my desktop. Okay, to access it quickly. Okay, so if I go back to my Facebook, right here, you have the photo. Okay, so if you want to change the photo, you just click here. And it's what I'm going to do is I'm going to upload it from my computer. Okay, so I'm going to come here where it says upload photo. And I should have it right here. Okay, so I'm going to take that picture. I'm going to say open. And see, it's right there. So that's how people are going to see it. So if I wanted to have my face bigger, I could have like expanded the picture so that my face is bigger and just put it on. So once it's there, I can just say upload it, and I'm going to discard it. I don't want to use that one. I'm going to keep the same one that I have. Okay, so that's how you upload it here. So make sure if you're using the profile picture, it's a 1-to-1 ratio. They suggest 180 by 180, but it doesn't give you a very good quality picture. So go with 360. Okay, and you can use that same one. Most of the time on Instagram, LinkedIn, any platform, it's a square picture. So you can use that one and put it on many different platforms. So some people go 400, but you need to have a really high quality picture. Okay, so it's simple. So you just click here and you upload it from your computer because you just downloaded it. Okay, if you want to, so if you look at the cover photo, they made some difference. They changed it. Remember, they have the picture wasn't here before. It was somewhere on the left corner or on the left or under. But now, because it covers almost half the height, you don't want to put like anything that's written that you won't see. Okay, so just keep that in mind when you're creating it. So I'm going to go back to Canva here, and I'm going to go back to the home page. Okay, because now we're going to go create a template for your Facebook cover page. Okay, so it's different if you have a business page than if you have your profile. Okay, but most of you here, you have a profile, so that's the one we're going to create. Okay, so I'm going to go here and I'm going to write Facebook cover. Okay, so it's already the right size. Okay, and you have many templates that you can choose from. So when you're first starting, just go with a template that's already made. Find one that you like the style and select it and start working with that one. Okay, so I spent a bit of time yesterday trying to find one that would be okay and not spend too much time. looking. So I'm going to use this template here because it's pretty simple, but everything is there to learn how to use all the elements and everything. So if you look at this picture here, and I'm going to duplicate it to another second one just to work freely. Okay, so if you look at this here, what Canva has done is they put a picture and it covered the whole background. Okay, and then they added elements to it to give it a special style, and then they added like writing on top. Okay, and you can change all of it. If you don't like the color, I'll show you how to actually modify it. Okay, so the first thing, I kind of like that picture for me, but if you don't like the picture, you can change it. Okay, and you have the toolbar here on the side. So you could actually go to photos. So if you go to photos, Canva has a long list of pictures that you can use. Maybe you want to use a beach picture. So you just write beach on the bar, in the bar, and you select it, and it'll pop up a lot of beach pictures that you can choose from. Okay, so you can change the picture if you want. Okay, so I could maybe, if I want to replace the picture, I would actually click on the image here and go to the garbage can up here at the top, and I would just remove the picture. But the other elements are there and the writing is still here. It's just that it's white. You can't see it. So I could drag, let's say, this picture. Now I'm just going to put it the right size. So you have the dots here to size it, the perfect size. And you can stretch it out here to the left and you can stretch it out here to the right. And so you have the picture that's right there. But what happened to the other elements that were there? Well, they're in back. So what I can do is this picture here, I'm going to go up the top of the toolbar here, the editing bar, and I'm going to select position. Okay, so the position, I can move it to the back, okay, or you can move something to the front. Okay, so this one, I want to move it to the back so that I can get those elements that were here. So I just use the backward, and you see this one popped up here. I'm going to click on it again, and oh, now the other part popped up. Okay, so you can move it forward or move it backward by using the position button. Okay, so I changed the picture, but I kept the look. Okay, so I didn't move the elements. If you go to the elements here, you see the same thing. There's a box. You can make it bigger. You can make it smaller. You can click in the middle and you can drag it down. So there's many things you can do. And you see these two arrows here, you can rotate it, so you can change. Okay, so these are functionalities when you're in a picture or an element that you can do. So if you look at the top bar here, you can change the position, you can put it in the back, move it forward, you can change the color. And this is cool with the color because I picked this picture, you'll see that in the back here, I'm going to just make sure that they get the covers, the colors. Okay, usually they'll bring in colors that are in the picture. I didn't do it this time. Okay, so if you click on here and you say, well, I don't really like that color, you can go select another color that you want to put in the background, maybe a blue, or you can use the little wheel here, like the rainbow colored thing. You click on it and you can go pick the color, let's say that you want, but I want to stay in the blue. You can use the dot and you can move it around. So you see how you're getting different shades and tones of blue. Okay, so it doesn't really matter. I'm just going to put one there to show you. So that one, it can be treated, separately. So you can move it around. You can make it smaller if you don't like it. You can just move it. You can rotate it. Okay, just change the shape. So there's many things you can do with it. The same thing here. I might want to change that color also, but make it a paler blue. So I would just go back into my wheel and just say, make it just a little bit lighter. So it doesn't really matter. Okay, so those are the functionalities for that element that was here. I have the writing here. Okay, so the writing, because of the picture, it's pretty light. As soon as you click on anything that has writing on, you'll have the editing tool that pops up here on the top. You can change it. So if you click here on the arrow, you have all different fonts that you can use. Okay, so if there's one that you like, you just go for it. I can use like play fair. It'll change it a little bit. You can put it in bold. You can put the size bigger or smaller. You could also do that by stretching it out here. You can put it in italic. So there's many things. So they give you a font, but you can go change it if you want. And you can change the size also. And you can also put your text. We're all familiar with the alignment, so we can put it to the left. If you click again, it'll bring you to the right instead, or you can center it. Okay, but you could also move it just by sliding it. Okay, so it's very easy friendly. Okay, you can move it, put it where you want, and the same thing, you can rotate it. You can change the spacing. If you come up here on spacing, if you want to have more space in between the letters, you can use this. The line height, if you have 2 sentences, let's say I practice gratitude. Okay, so if I have 2, I'm going to change the color to make it so you can see it properly. Okay, perfect practice gratitude. Okay, you can change the spacing. Okay, so if you find these 2 are too close together, you can play with the line height. Okay, so there's many things you can do. And the editing tool is here at the top. Okay, and recently, you can use like an uppercase, you can underline it. You can use uppercase or just smaller case. You can change the effects also. You can put like shadow if you want. So there's many things you can do here, but the new tool that I really like is they actually added the curve. Okay, so this is new to Canva. You couldn't do that before. And if you want to change the circle, you just click here on the dot and it will change it. Okay, so you can put it less curved, more curved. So that's pretty nice, especially if you think about your profile picture. Remember, it's right here in the bottom. So it's nice to have some writing that might be in a circle just on top of it. Okay, so your editing tool is here. So you can choose the font, you can choose the size. I would make it smaller here. I'm going to remove this one here. That doesn't belong there. Okay, so you can change the size. You can make it smaller. You can make it bigger. I'm going to make it much smaller here. Okay, and you can even rotate that. You can change it. Okay, so many things you can do. So once you know how to use the tools, then you just practice. You just go around and have fun with it. All right, and you have, so you can use photos here, or you can go for background. The background images also you can use, and it will automatically size and fill up the whole space, okay, in the back. So I don't really like this one, so I'm going to go back to this one. Okay, I like that one. It's pretty cool. And if you check this one, if I click here on the color, see, I have the photo colors. So all these colors here would match perfectly with this image. So I can click here. I can make it green, so they match. Okay, so that's what it's good with templates with Canva, is the designers are good with colors, they're good with fonts, they're good. So go with the templates that they have already and just play with what the suggestions that they make. Okay, so you can have a green one here, and here you could actually go for maybe a brown or maybe a tan, but you can see that they fit well with the whole thing. So one thing I want to, so these are all, so you have your tool here on the left. So you can upload your pictures. You can click here to grab your own pictures. You can add elements. They're pretty popular now. If you're scrolling in your news and you see a Facebook post, if you see something that's moving, it attracts your attention. So if you were creating a Facebook post, you might want to add, like, let's say this little element here, just to make it more lively. So same thing here, you can resize it and you can reposition it. So if somebody is looking at it, they'll see something's capturing their attention because it's moving. Okay, so that's pretty cool. So you could add elements here. Though these ones here are in the stickers section. So you can add lines. Okay, so you have all sorts of lines. If you see all, I like this one here. It's like a paintbrush stroke. So I can move it up here. So you can make it wider. You can change the color just by going here. and make it, I don't know, the green, and then you can put it right below, or you can move it to the right. So you have many things you can do. Okay, I'm going to remove this. I'm going to remove this. We don't need it. Okay, it's just to show you. I don't need that either. And like this here, there's 2 lines. If there's one that you don't want, you just click on it and you bring it to the garbage. And you have this, every time you do something, it saves it. And if you're not happy with what it looks like, you can always bring it back to what it was before. So just by clicking here, you undo the last thing that you did. So I'm going to remove them all to bring it back to the original picture. Okay, so that's how they had it, and it's pretty nice. Okay, so if you want to upload a picture, it's great. Like I noticed, I don't know if you've noticed, sometimes you look on someone's profile picture and they have a picture, but all the heads are cut off. That's because they just take a picture and they upload it on their Facebook cover, but it doesn't resize it. So if you go into Canva, you can use a picture and size it so that it fits and you see all the heads that you want to see. Okay, so that's why the tool is perfect for that. Okay, so you can have, in my uploads, I have many pictures. So you can always, like, if I use this one here, and you see that it's more of a square picture, but I could always like stretch it out so that it covers the whole area, and everybody's that I want to be in the picture is going to be there. Okay, so don't just upload a picture from your computer and put it on your Facebook cover. You might be cutting off heads. It's not going to work. Okay, bring it into Canva first, resize it so that it fits the template, and then you can upload it and nobody's going to be cut off. Okay, and then the next thing also, I'm going to remove this one because I'm just going to keep that one here. If somebody views their Facebook on the desktop, and if you view it, I'll test it after, you'll see. View it on your desktop and then view it on your Facebook, on your mobile phone, and you'll notice that some parts are going to be chopped off from one or the other. So this sizing is pretty good. It's not going to cut too much off, but I'm going to show you. Just going to remove this to give you an idea how it is actually cut off. So if you view your Facebook page from the desktop, I'm just going to use the shapes here. Okay, it's going to give you the full width. So this is what you're going to see on your desktop, and it's going to cut just a little bit on the top and a little bit on the bottom. So make sure you don't have anything here that you want people to see, or anything at the top here that you don't want people to see. Okay, because on their desktop view, there's a small band that's cut off. But if you're viewing it from your mobile phone, you're going to get all the height, but it's going to crop it off here on the side. Okay, so keep that in mind when you're uploading your picture. And so download it and check it. Just look on your phone and then look on your desktop to see, some of the words were cut off. Then just resize it to make sure that it fits. So keep in mind, so when you're using a mobile phone, you're going to get the full height. So nothing's going to be cut off on the height, but there's going to be a band because it's not going to distort or stretch your picture so that it fits. It crops it. Okay, so you just keep that in mind. You're going to have a part that's going to disappear that you won't see on your mobile phone. And if you're looking at your desktop, it's just a little bit on the top or a little bit on the bottom, and you'll stretch it out. You'll get the full width. Okay, so just to show you how to upload that, I'm going to remove this here. Okay, and I'm going to just download this image here to show you. Okay, so I'm going to click download here. And I'm going to just pick the second page. Done. And then I'm going to download it. Okay, so I got it here. Facebook cover. And I'm going to put it on my desktop. Okay, and I'm going to go back to Facebook, and I'm going to, so once you're in your Facebook here, you're going to go edit cover photo. You're going to upload the photo that you just created on Canva. Okay, and I just put it on my desktop. So I'm going to go on my desktop. So I have it right here. I'm going to open it. Okay, and you have the possibility to drag it a little bit up or a little bit down. So if you see here, it cut the top, right? The head. Okay, so I might be able to drag it down so it sees most of it. Okay, so I'd rather lose what was at the bottom than lose what was at the top. I want her head to be there. Okay, so drag it down to make sure, okay, that it fits properly. And once you're happy with it, you just save the changes and it's set. It's already there. Okay, so I could have left the gratitude here at the top, the writing. And if you look at it on your mobile phone, that you'll see that you'll get the full height of it. It won't be chopped down, but you're going to lose part of the side here. Okay, but so don't take just a picture that you have on your camera and just upload it. Bring it to Canva first. Get the right sizing for the template, and then you can work with it to make sure that everything is going to look nice when you have it on your pictures, on your Facebook. All right, and there's more things you can do, but you have them here. Okay, so you have elements. You can pick shapes. You can pick stickers. You can pick lines. You can use a photo frame. There's many things. Just explore. You have gradients. The more you use it, the more easier it's going to become. And if you have a picture, you could also flip it. Okay, so you see the wave here. It's probably not going to change much, but you can flip your picture horizontally, or you can change it vertically. I'll bring it back to how it was. And if you double click on the image, you can move it a little bit, so you can maybe get the part of the image that you really like. So that's pretty much it. That's the simple. The editing bars, you can pick pictures. You can use a search bar. You can choose your fonts if you're using the writing. You can just add a heading if you want, or you could use fonts that you have combination of fonts that are there. You can just, pick some that you like. If you like this one here, you can bring it in. I'll remove the rest in the back. I don't want that one, don't want that one. Okay, so if you like this one, so it's got, the designers are good because they know how to combine fonts together that look nice. Okay, so just use the ones you have, and then with time, you'll build up your own, and you can move it. Okay, you can slide it to put it wherever you want. You can rotate it. You can change the size. You can change the color. So just play with the tool. Don't be afraid. Okay, and you have the more options here. You have the transparency. Oh yeah, the transparency is nice too, that checker, because like the blue here I selected, you can just slide it here and you can see through it a little bit. Okay, so you can play with the transparency. Okay, so that's pretty neat. So that's all I'm going to do right now, because I want Tammy to have time also to show you. I know that a lot of Max associates, they want to use full flyers or posters to promote activities. And so I'm going to pass it on to Tammy so she can show you how to do it. So just select the template and start working with it. Just keep it simple. And you have a learn section also here. So you have like it's done by Canva. So you can go when you have time and just, listen to them. They'll show you little tips also. But whenever you want to create something, just make sure you know what it is. Is it an Instagram story? Is it a Facebook story? Is it a Facebook post? Just put it in the search bar and it's going to be perfectly sized to fit where you want to put it. And then you just start working with it. Either you use photos that they have, you upload your own photos, you could add text, remove text, you can put elements, remove them. So just play around with it. It's the best way to learn. So Tammy, I hope I didn't overstretch it.
You know what? It's all perfect because you shared so much stuff that I don't have to go and share all of the stuff that you just shared. So it's perfect. So if you want to just stop share, and then I'll go ahead and share my screen. Excellent. Fabulous job, Sylvie. I mean, so much detail and very important. The details are important when it comes to creating content. All right, so everybody can see this, right? Okay, so what I do everything the hard way, just so you know. I'm just one of those people that just has to practice and play. And so when I learned a little bit about what Sylvie was up to, I actually got a lot of good stuff in there. So I'm pretty pumped. Okay, so I got tons of stuff. Just so you know, when I go to all my designs, you're probably saying, oh yeah, that's the training, the PowerPoint.
Yep.
Okay, so I've been working a lot. Everybody's familiar with the Freedom Formula program. Okay, so just playing around, creating different presentations, which we're not going to go through today because it is a lot. But I did want to bring you to the flyer section because I've done flyers for many things. As you can see here, there's a virtual Christmas party that I did with a team. Just different things. I've created flyers and posts for Facebook, for Instagram. And you know what I think the best thing to do, because everybody's quite new, well, I think most of you are quite new that are on looking, is to use templates that are already existing, and then you can expand from that. So I'm just gonna go through quickly. So first of all, we're gonna give you a couple assignments from Sylvie's session. The assignment is create a new cover page on Facebook and your personal picture profile, okay, and put it up there. And the reason why you want to change it from time to time, because you get traction from people responding that they like your cover page, they like your look, and this is a way for you to have a connection with these people, especially when they're not Max people and you're prospecting, right? So I'm going to go through, so that's the assignments that we want you to do, and I'm going to have you do another assignment. But let me just go through here, because everybody's familiar with Strong Max Women up to now. Obviously, you see all of these flyers and stuff on the Strong Max Women. So I created a template, a personal template, just playing with it, because I wanted it to represent Strong Max Women. Global online. So I picked a picture and moved it here. I wanted to have a color code to this platform. And as Sylvie shared with you, you can get your text here when you want to add a heading or remove something, right? You can add something or remove something there. You can just go back here and delete it when you, sorry, there it is, it's gone. So I just played around, and you can lose a lot of time doing this. I want to warn you up front. It's like going on Facebook to say you're going to do some prospecting, and next thing you know, you're scrolling. Kind of the same thing can happen here if you're practicing and playing. So here's what I recommend to do, is to pick existing templates and use those that she shared with you. And then you can just play with the different fonts and that. So for example, I'm not going to change this font, because this is my fonts for the Strong Max Women platform. I like this one, so I keep this one right here. But can I change it? Absolutely, I can change it, right? I can choose any one. Same thing here. If I want to add or take away things here, same thing here. You can change the color scheme. If I go here on the color scheme, here's what it's going to show you. This is my Strong Max Women because I created it. I created folders of my fonts and my colors for each thing that I'm working on. Okay, these are, I should put Max here. I didn't put Max here, but these are the Max colors. So I have different things that that I use. Okay, so this is one of the older ones, and I keep them up there because I like to have simplicity. I like to just go back and just grab one that that I'm already working on. As you can see here, we put capture page, presentations. We just don't have the time, so we'll go into stuff. We'll do another intermediate session so you can learn that. But first play with the 101. Okay, and then you can move up to the other ones. So you can see here these were all the monthly sessions. I created something for the welcome to the group. So if you're creating groups, you want to have a template to welcome people into your group, whatever your group's called. Create a template. Have your color scheme, theme, or whatever you want to call it, that you want to do. And so your colors, your fonts, they say never to pick more than 2 to 3 different fonts when you're creating this, and even colors. You don't want to put too much color. Okay, so Strong Max Women, as you can see, are the blues and pinks. I even created some posts, some flyers that I haven't even put up yet in the Strong Max Women that I wanted to discuss with the women in the group, having, at the beginning of the week, have a weekly inspiration quote. You can do this on any group or page, right? So I have it here that I can just grab and take it and post it, as you can see. And you know what, honestly, instead of watching TV, this is what I do. And I play at night. And those of you who have children, no excuse, put your kids to bed and go to your office, close the door, and do something with this. I see Laura smiling because I know she's a busy mom. So this is when you play, okay? Don't play on your max productive time, because you're not going to make money at the end of the week, and then you'll realize you're spending too much time doing certain things. So you know me, business. So again, I created the schedule. So you can see I had a schedule. If you're creating schedules for groups, create a schedule. There's all kinds of things that you can grab. As you recognize all of these, right? So I keep some of them so I can have easy access to change things, right? Change the date, change that. And then it's easier for me to send out. I even at the bottom, when you're creating stuff, just so you know, I can easily access the people who have done Facebook Lives. So if Sheni's on next week, I can just copy paste, move her up to the Transformational Tuesday, throw up the flag and the rank. So these are things that I've done to make things easier. So I wanted to take you to something else. I brought you here because you're familiar with these slides that are created. Okay, and then you keep them in your folder, so you have everything. So if I go back to home, to my designs, I recently did something for my sister. We're doing next Saturday, I do all kinds of stuff for teams too. So if I create something for a team, so here next Saturday, I'm doing a presentation, a Zoom presentation for Jan, which is a new associate of my sister's. And so we created a flyer, and Sylvie taught me how to create the link. I never knew how to create the link for this. And maybe Sylvie, if you want to write that down, we can talk about this stuff next week as well. But I did create the link for this. And hold on one second. When you click on that, right here, you see the link. So if you click on link, you can put the link here, okay, and then apply it. And I didn't know that. Chris was always doing it. I never did this stuff before COVID hit, honestly. I never did any of this stuff. Chris was always behind the scenes doing stuff. So he's really excited that I'm involved in doing this. And I got that creative side of me that I can go crazy with this stuff. I actually really like it, but I don't want to spend a lot of time doing it. The goal is to learn how to do things so that your leaders are not doing everything for you. Okay, that's the real goal with all of this, is to learn how to create stuff for your own organization. So as soon as somebody joins your team, if you're on Canva, and you like this, just message me and just say, Tammy, I like this. And guess what I'm going to do? I'm going to share it with you. Okay, so I'm going to share it with you. I'm going to share you the link where you can click on it and you can just change this. You change the pictures, change whatever, the phone number, the email, all of that. So I took this template that was over here when I was searching for the templates. I chose this one. You can choose whatever you want. There's tons of templates that you can choose from. You can put here and go business for your flyers, business flyers, and take one that's already existing. Okay, that way it's going to be so much simpler for you. So I chose this one, and you can choose whatever you want and create whatever you want in flyers. I highly recommend to do flyers, and the reason why, it captures people's attention. And I like the moving stuff, Sylvie. I'm going to start adding some moving stuff because it does capture people's attention when stuff is moving to create that attraction. So here, for example, here I grabbed, if I go to elements, or wait, sorry, text. Here, just this one here is what I put here. Right here, beach, please.
Yeah.
I took that and I separated it and I put the VIP and then I put the launch. So again, you can play and do that. Take stuff that's there. Okay, it's going to help you a lot. And where else was I? Where did I grab? You know what? Honestly, you guys, I just play. That's what I do. I play and have fun. It's not in elements, sorry, it's in, I don't remember where I found that one. So just play and have fun with this stuff. And then just use what's there and just move it around. Here, for example, I put the logo. If I, like Sylvie said, if you want to move the logo, you can move it around. If I want to put it behind, which wouldn't make sense because I wouldn't see it, you can blend it in, right? I think, Sylvie, you covered a ton of stuff, which is fabulous. And yeah, there's a lot to learn from. See, I've done stuff for different groups, different stuff. Some of you saw some of this stuff recently for Canada. I recently did that. Yeah, so different things that I have different folders for. Okay, so I think that's it. I highly recommend you create a flyer. And if you want that VIP flyer, you know what I'll do is just send me a message. And if you want that specific one, I would just have to email you the link, or I can email the link right on the Strong Max Women platform. So I think that is it, because it's a lot. And just remember, don't get overwhelmed. Okay, we don't want you to get overwhelmed with this. It took me going on my second year doing this. So a year and a half of working on this stuff. I don't know about Sylvie, but it took me a while. Yeah. So we can learn a lot by getting on these sessions and getting some shortcuts. It is recorded. You can go back, you can move it. That's what I love about recordings. You can just bring it wherever you want it and just stop and do your work and follow through. Or YouTube. Again, YouTube, again, it's a great channel if you want something specific. And there's also a Canva training platform as well, if you want to go into Canva and do that. Now, they do have a pro account, and there's many advantages to having a paid account. And Sylvie, I have one where I have Chris as one of my team members. So I paid I just paid $175 US for the year, because I have a team member that I have on my account. You can pay for team members as well. So I don't know what the cost is if they want to do monthly singular. If they want to do it monthly, what would the cost be for that? 14? Do you know, Sylvie?
I think it's around $15 Canadian a month.
Okay. See, it's not a lot if you're going to use the platform. Okay. So, and if you have any questions, just ask us questions. And I highly recommend to pick a platform. I mean, Canva, I love Canva. I'm sure there's other companies out there that have different platforms like this one. I do a lot of my stuff through here, so I see value in it. And
yeah,
so,
it's really user friendly, and it's like drag.
yeah.
You make it bigger, make it smaller, you change the font, so it's pretty user friendly. And they already have like all the pre-sized posts that you want to use, so you don't have to worry about what size it's supposed to be. You just click Instagram post or Facebook story and it's already set. So then you pick your template and you start working around it, or you just start building it from scratch. But at first, use a template. You'll save a lot of time.
Oh yeah, yeah. And like she said, you just change your pictures, do whatever you want, and yeah, you'll get really good at it. My goal is always business, building our business, and create a flyer that is going to help your team members, that is going to help you grow in your business. So if you're brand new and you're looking at this and you want to go to Canva, it's free. Create a flyer on your own launch party and create a Zoom session, have your sponsor picture there, and get support from your leaders to do that Zoom presentation. So I highly recommend, if every single one of you created a flyer, a launch party, pick your date, put your sponsor in there as well, and book it and start promoting your flyer, you will have much more business than if you didn't do it in the month of April. Create something for April and then get that flyer out there. Create some busy stuff. You know, those stars, I like the stars. And, you know, do stuff like that, and that will capture attention, and use that flyer, put it within your, you have your contacts in your phone, your database, connect with people, just say, you know, if you're curious and looking for something, come and check it out, right? So the goal is always to build your business and use it to build your business. Does anybody have any questions? I know that we took a while on this because it's not a 30-minute thing when you're learning different platforms. Let me see, did you see anything for questions? I see comments. Anybody have any quick questions? I think it was pretty self-explanatory. And again, it's playing around. All right. So if you love this session, give us a heart. Thumbs up, hearts. Yeah. All righty. Thank you so much, Sylvie. This was fabulous. And I learned a lot from you just the practice yesterday. So I really, really appreciate that. We can learn a ton from each other. So have a great rest of your weekend, and practice. And I'd love to see all of your businesses evolve because you grabbed a segment here and made a change where you captured somebody's attention to want to look at Max. All righty. So have a great weekend, everybody.
Okay. Bye-bye.